'tis that time of year, so I'm going to be like every other person and play spooky games. Conveniently, I actually enjoy them, so consider this much of a punishment or a mainstream bandwagon kind of thing. I just kind of, you know, it's a good excuse. Starting off with Dredge because I'd been meaning to play this game for a long time and hadn't, so I think it's a good time as any. Start this. I've got some more ambitious plans for spooky stuff, but I'm gonna leave that for later in the month. Because I gotta spend some more time working on getting all that set up correctly. Alright. I think the audio is fine. Game audio is kind of low, but that's just sort of what it is right now because loud, it's fine. Okay, well, let's get started. That's always a good sign. Morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. The short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Yeah, so, like, that was our boat crashed there at the beginning. So either the lighthouse wasn't doing its job, or we're just a bad driver. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Yeah, so I guess we just suck. Must be no other reason. Couldn't be anything else. Oh well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Yeah, well, without a boat now, right? Your boat was hopelessly damaged, as expected. A few of the locals moved your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. Not surprising. Let you get out there, catch some fish, see if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Okay, that's a bit fast. We're not even gonna, like, talk contract or anything yet. Maybe they did that beforehand. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Okay. Alright, nice WASD, easy enough. Camera rotation, camera height. Is this? Oh, it means this. Okay, I got it. Fun, reset starfish. Okay, well, that's simple enough. And then it's a grid inventory system, okay. I wonder if you can... Okay, it doesn't seem like it. Trying to, like, mash inputs in during the, time frame to see if I could do multiple inputs, but... that way. Okay. There's plenty of fish around. Inspect. Floating buoys. There's more safe passes, but dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. Okay. Game already expects that I'm going to ignore that whole "don't be out here at night" thing. I don't have the right equipment for this kind of food. A rod, I guess, or like trolling equipment or something. Nice. Nice little mini game. I do like to fish in games, so it's nice to see this one has a pretty reasonable minigame. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. Okay. These are the 1x2s, right? Yeah. Get another 2x1. Or the not quite 2x2. These random spots are... I wanna... see if I can find more of those other tools or something. Dolphins, question mark? I assume I don't have, I mean, pretty obviously, yeah. What do we have here? August 1927, added to cap. Shit, it's already 6 p.m. Game's already starting to kind of like yell at me. Real quick. Arrow squid. That's about all we got, so let's head back. Do be kind of dark. Exposure to fog and other things increase your panic. Bright lights and sleeping will reduce it. Okay. That's what the eyeball is, like panic level, I guess. Step into the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. To recap, you need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your own debt, and in turn keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Selling fish elsewhere. Where do I sell the fish? A local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. Okay. So real quick, tab. This slot has like a propeller on it. I assume that these slots like here and here maybe are reserved for engines. Huh. Oh, and then there's like specific spots for... Oh god, that takes time. Okay, well the fishing equipment also has specific slots and it takes time. Yeah, okay, I didn't see the install time thing. Alright. Oh, now I know. Cabin. Oops. Sell at fishmonger. Okay, so these are quests. Gotcha. Messages. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first proper. Today we're sailing around the... Oh. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets of... at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he'll keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. I wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches. Good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden or stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. Why'd you throw this overboard as like a message in a bottle, though? Kind of weird thing to do with like a diary kind of thing. Ooh. Okay, so we got a nice little encyclopedia here for all the different things in the game. This is nice. I like this. Operations. Different, like, methods that you can catch these type of fish at, where you can catch them, what time of day, how much they're worth, I guess, but haven't been to the fishmonger yet. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. Plentiful and basic. Some deaths at night to feed, or be fed upon. Okay, so yeah, the squid were only at night. Okay. Interesting. Oh, exotic fish. I do love rare things. Alright, fishmonger. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. There's a bug. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised if they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? He takes a certain type of person to last out here. Not a life for everyone. Yeah, well. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more, too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work towards paying it off first. Okay, so there are other places to sell. That's good to know. Let's see what you got. Okay, so I can sell individually, I can send to storage, throw it away, or I can just sell all fish. It's interesting to look at how much each thing is worth. Okay, so the size of the fish does change the price. That's good to note. Looks like the cod, like, minimum are probably around 15. But they can get up to higher than that. Squid, I only have one example, so I don't know, but 13 is not bad. And then these mackerel are worth, fuck all. Everything. Okay. Okay, so yeah, here's all the slots. So there's a light slot, there's the fishing, like, gear slots, and then there's the engine slots. Okay, so yeah, I sold everything for like 130, but because of the tax and the debt repayment, I only got about 113. That's fine. Alright, the mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something of it. Why don't you take it? You must take these items. Research part. A curious looking component. Could be used to develop new equipment, but would need some investigation at the dock first. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Let's do this research thing first. Use parts to research new equipment. Research equipment will appear for sale in shops. Okay. So this looks like a hook, I assume for like dredging. I guess catches abyssal and hadal. Yeah, so this is probably like for dredging shit. Hydraulic rod. Mechanically assisted reels allow the catching of significantly larger species. Better fishing. Flexible fishing pole. How many parts underneath the... Oh, she has... everything. Thing is, though, like even if you were like saving for more, like, you know, these, like saving parts for these, like this is probably costs a lot to buy after you research it. So that makes sense. You know, stick with engines, and then I don't have access to pots and nets yet. Okay, well, I think either I get the hydraulic rod or well, this is already no. Oh, I need to know what these are before I can even research them, I see. So I don't have a choice. It's a hydraulic rod. Okay. Research complete. I can buy it in stores now. Gotcha. Because time doesn't pass while I do that. It's not passing at all right now either. So I'd have to be like fucking with parts or like resting, whatever. Alright, shipwright. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Yeah, I heard that. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. My payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, yeah, okay, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures toward the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Oh yeah, that's not ominous. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Okay, so my fishing pole is plus 35% fishing speed coastal, and it only takes 2 slots. This weighted line would give me access to shallow and a faster fishing speed by 5%. But it's got like a L shape. It's also very expensive for what I have right now. Simple skimmer. This also gives access to shallow, but its fishing speed is shit. And then here's the hydraulic rod that I researched, but it's fucking super expensive. High fishing speed though, and it lets me catch oceanic stuff. Some shitty engines. Mine is better than either of those, so no reason to do that unless like my ship gets destroyed or something. Okay, and then these are better lights for the ship. I haven't run into a problem with the lights yet, well, my one time out, so I'm going to not do anything there, and come to regret that in the future, probably. Alright, so I only owe $30 more on the ship. I can probably pay it off pretty quick. Surprising. I thought they'd have me in debt the whole game. I guess this isn't the Tom Nook house of screwing over your patrons. Alright, let's just rest until day, and then move on. Okay, so you can choose to wake up earlier if you want to, like, go out and catch early fish. What can I do for you? I mean, fuck it, I'll pay off my debt. All of it. What else can I do for you? I'm the last fisherman. The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. Also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running aground on the reef, even in broad daylight. Shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long, he shan't be missed by us. Yeah, this doesn't seem sus at all. Okay, yeah, okay. I'd like to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know more about? Oh boy. No, you know what? I'll ask about those when I actually know what they are. Alright. Let's get to fishing. So, nothing much changed here. Let's see. Foghorn. Glass. And a bunch of other stuff. I don't have a lot. Alright, so same sort of deal, just trying to make some money. Now that I've paid off the debt, if I can, today I'd like to get enough money together so that I can get the new rod. Was that supposed to be lightning? Or well, thunder, I guess? I wonder if I should even be bothering with these. It's easy to get a lot of them, but the value is kind of low. See, time passes pretty quick, so it's like, how willing am I to like replace stuff is the question. Also got to be thinking about like value per slot. It's something that I'm pretty used to thinking about, honestly, from other games like Tarkov. As to whether or not like these larger COD here are actually worth that extra 1 slot on the L shape. I'm like giving up for them. I think they probably are, because I think they're like, what, minimum 15, the other ones are like minimum 9, so the extra slot's adding like $6 worth of value. Okay, so this looked like fish, but it's actually... I guess that's supposed to symbolize like a, oh, I'm on the wrong thing. It's supposed to symbolize like a wreck or something underwater, I guess. That's why you can dredge the spot. And, you know, the boat doesn't seem too slow until it's, like, you know, dark as hell, and I really want to be back. I'm sure that's going to come into play later. I'm going to neglect the engine upgrades until suddenly it really matters. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood with the spring in his step. Fantastic news. Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. Yeah, it's a great place to vacation. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger services. We might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. Okay. So yeah, I guess I can bring my ship into dry dock now? Or maybe I can get different ships or something? I guess we'll say. Let's go to the fishmonger first. Got a special order come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal price. Well, tell me. I asked for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Bring them in when you have them. Alright. We'll need a rod that can handle shallow water and to catch fish to catch those. I should be able to sort that. Yeah, that's what I was planning on. You see that strange red light at night? It seemed to be rising from the west. Yeah, I did see that on my way in. Sure, that's nothing ominous. Alright, so we got 230 bucks. We do need that better rod, so let's go. First things first, I'm gonna go get that. What'll it be? So the question becomes, do I want the L-shaped rod, which would have to go over here, and it would take up a pretty annoying position like this, and then that's not too bad. But then the question becomes, do I want to keep the basic fishing pole so that I can still catch coastal shit? Or do I want to go all in on shallow? Let's try going all in on shallow with the weighted line. No, like this. That's 3 hours. I'm gonna try going all in on this, so that I can keep these extra slots for the time being. This does kind of screw me later because then I can't install this and keep this, so I'd have to get rid of it, the weighted line, assuming that I don't, like, you know, get a better boat or whatever. But let's try this for now. I want to try and keep the amount of slots on my boat as big as possible. Oh, I can see. Oh, I can see the trawl nets thing, but it doesn't actually have anything in it. Oh, a hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I'm here to fish. Nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. Someone doesn't like fish. Turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Alright. I'm gonna check out the dry dock. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior hulls. Need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects, lumber, metal scraps, that sort of thing. Well, I assume I get it from dredging up cracks, right? Plenty of decent materials around the coast from various shipwrecks and the like, yep. Sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only have half of what we need. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I can increase this stuff. I wonder if I need all of the ones. Upgrades vessel to a tier 2 hull and add fighting cargo spaces. I wonder if I need to get all 4 of these upgrades and then I can get the new hull, or if it's like 1 and then I can just skip to it. Pretty expensive, a lot of materials. So it looks like there's 3 total hull upgrades. Fine. Good to know. Mayor has something to say. Who's the person I was hoping to see? Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please? Sure. Mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. Dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Okay, so I gotta do it quickly. I'm gonna check your compass and map if you get lost. Small package. The contents don't feel like anything at all. It's just a wrapped mess of shapes. That's good. Pursuits. Package feels quite dense and damp. Something is seeping through the paper. Curious, but I won't open it. Yeah, Gulf Honor Graveyard. Okay. So this might be a multi-day trip. I need to go to Little Marrow, which is this small island here. Well, small. It's almost the same size as Greater Marrow. Alright, and then those are the other 4 locations. And I assume these are, like, different towns or, like, docks that I can stop at. Good to note. Alright, well, I ain't going out at night, so... Okay, 6 a.m. Get started. So, I can only catch shallow fish. I need to be heading east. And currently. So is it just that right there? That would make sense. Some nice eerie music to accompany me, I like it. Okay, so I can't catch these. These are flounder, looks like. A Gulf flounder. Okay. Okay, I just need to find some eels again. I saw them the other day. I mean, these are them, right? Look like eels. Okay, these are weird. Kind of like jump. Very odd. Okay, how can I... Awkward, let me think. Time passing while I'm sitting here? No, it isn't. That's good to note. I think there's actually any way I can get this in here now that I think about it. That there, that there. This fucking hole is small. It's pretty rough with these fish. So, like, if I did something there, then... This thing is kind of a pain in the ass. I kind of wish I went with the 2, even though it would have made reeling harder. Yeah, I don't think there's any real way. There's another slot there, but then I have no way of getting the flounder back. Maybe? Oh, hold on. Shit. There is a way to do this, but kind of whether or not I can get. I even get back to the point. Yeah, so like if I do this, this, then this, this. There we go. I think that's about as efficient as I can get it. At least for this type of fish. Yeah, the L is a problem. The space that I'm wasting here. I mean, once I deliver the package, I could get more. Let me think. You see, because the top section really doesn't help. Like the sides don't really help me much either. And the engine's kind of in the way too. Alright, let's go over here, I guess. There's nothing else for me to do. I mean, I assume I can just, like, stop, unload, go back out real fast. I mean, like, with how slow I am, though, it's gonna be pretty close to dark by the time I actually do that. I don't know if there's any reason to keep my light off, but I mean, it's daytime, so I suppose I shouldn't. Time stops as soon as you start docking.